Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to cover Can a Boy-Girl Friendship Survive? I have been sleeping on this series for far too long. I got into it when the third episode came out and I just didn't cover it. But I am so pumped for this show to keep going. I am rooting for Himari so hard. I want Himari to hurry up and tell this guy you actually legitimately like him. You know, tell this guy you legitimately like him. So help me. We started off this episode with a flashback from back when she didn't know she could possibly have competition. She thought, this guy, nothing but mine. No one could possibly take him away from me. No one would want to. And, oh, it's still just as adorable when she's so full of herself. She is so absolutely full of herself. She's like, oh, we should hold hands on our way back to class. And she is just doing this to make fun of him because she knows she can. She still does this stuff. It's so good to see that their friendship dynamic hasn't actually changed over the years. Back then, she used to bug him a whole lot more about being in a relationship together, but now that they're grown up a little bit more and they're in high school now, that's kind of slowed down. Because they're both actually nervous about actually going through with it, and they actually kind of want to. But neither of them knows the other one does. I love this kind of thing in romance anime. One of my favorite things is, like, this kind of character dynamic. I loved it in Toradora, and I love it here, where it's, like, a super cute character that's super outgoing. And I guess Taiga wasn't super outgoing, but Himari definitely is. She is so adorable. And Yu is so oblivious. Oh, when he does go along with stuff and he does actually make her blush, it's so good. It's so good. Speaking of which, he tried here, where he was all like, I'm gonna be a hunk. I'm gonna be all like, hey, Himari. Hey, He-chan. Didn't work out for him. She was just like, what, do you have a cold or something? That's not impressive. Oh, it's so funny that, like, that's so true. Us guys, we definitely do that. And I don't think it's actually all that impressive to, like, oh, I'm making my voice deeper. Oh, yes. Now all the women will love me. Ha! We definitely do that when we're younger, and I don't think it's ever worked. I don't think it's ever worked in the history of ever. But what does work is here, he says, you would be the only girl for me. And I've come to this conclusion all on my own. And she's like, oh my gosh, she's actually confessing. This is gonna be it. I don't think I can handle this. And he says, just joking. And he's all like, oh, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? Meanwhile, she has to run to the bathroom to wipe her face because she's overheating. And it's like, ah! Dude, if you only knew that worked! I mean, he would realistically only use it to tease her. But if you would just think, why did it work? Then you have this whole new exploration of what the heck is she feeling, you know? She ruins all of her own chances. Like, how is he supposed to know that you like him if you never hint that you like him and you never get flustered? He doesn't know. He thinks you're just some super cool girl. He doesn't think he stands a chance. And you want him to think he stands a chance. You do. But you don't act like it. It's so great. I love it. And then this scene I think actually touches both of their hearts. And I think this should have been a bigger deal than it was. But of course something happens. And he says, this ornament I made for you, this necklace, this ring on the necklace that is the flower and then the seed that I have made for you, this is to show that you will always be number one. And he's like saying it in a way that's like, you're the model, you're the best friend, but he knows also that it means a whole lot more than that. This means that she basically is holding the growth of his heart. That's what he knows. She doesn't know that. He knows that. But of course, this would not be a current day episode of Can a Boy Girl Friendship Survive unless Rion Inamoto, Rion, she shows up, of course, and overhears the entire conversation and is not happy. She's like, oh, I heard everything. Keep in mind, she was going to be a model. This is her childhood crush that she met in, like, a super odd way that's, like, super romantic. And then her childhood best friend, from around the same time that these two were just showing us a flashback to. And we're sitting here like, oh, this love triangle is getting serious, dude. It is on fire. This love triangle is actually like taking up 70% of my thought process the entire show. And that's even when I'm laughing. I'm still like, oh, but what about Inamoto-san? What about Rion? I mean, I'm not rooting for Rion at all. I really hope that she finds someone else. But we'll see what happens. And then, of course, we come to Shinji. Shinji, the schemer, the playboy, the bad boy, the guy who I think is basically the final boss of the series. This is the final boss. He has been basically manipulating them from the shadows this entire time. And he basically tells her, you know, if you took him to Tokyo, you would have had him. He would have been all yours. Of course, she didn't actually ever want to go to Tokyo. It was all a bluff. At least she thought so. And then you said, I want to go to Tokyo with you because I would not be the same person I was without you. And she's all like, oh, well, I'm not going. I'm going to stay here. So now they're both staying, but that gives Inamoto-san, Miss Rion, a chance. And Shinji only told her to stay, only told her to make sure that she stays, because he wants Rion to get with you. And this guy is a true schemer. He's got plans for days. I'm not liking it. I don't like his plans. I want Himari to hurry up and take you. Take you now. So, in classic fashion, we almost get the scene where Himari takes you. And that's right when they go back to her house. And, of course, Hibari-san. Hibari-san? Is that the right term? I don't think it is. Hibari-tan? Hibari's there! Himari's older brother, which we've known for 3 episodes at least. He's there, so they're not going to get any private time, even though Himari was totally telling you that they would have private time. And he's going to make you study his butt off. So you ends up studying for a long time, and then Himari invites him to go into their shower, or their bathhouse, or whatever it is. The baths. It's a bath. Japanese bath, but still bath all the same. And essentially, of course, in classic anime fashion, she offers to get in there with him. So we get a scene where basically the screen goes black, and Yu is sitting there freaking out because he just heard Himari. He knows Himari's getting undressed to go wash his back, and he feels the scrubber, and he opens his eyes, and Hibari's there instead, and he screams, and he's all like, oh no! He screams like a little girl. He always does this. And Hibari and them have a chat in the bath, and eventually finds out that Himari never apologized for lying to you about going to Japan. And this is the face he makes. He just stands up and goes, oh, she's in trouble. I love it. I love this face. It's so derpy, yet it means so much violence is about to happen. And essentially, he goes, tell me everything So he's not going to spill the beans on what actually happened, but he is going to punish Himari for not spilling the beans. Because he suffered to get these two to actually have Inamoto-san, Miss Rion's older sister, advertise their stuff. He suffered more than he would at his job. And he suffers at his job a lot. At least the plot makes it seem like he does. So he is not happy that the thing that he suffered for is not going to plan. So, of course, in the middle of the night, there's a knocking at Himari's door, and she thinks it's you. But it turns out it was Hibari, and this is the face she makes when she finds out that she's in deep crap. Oh my gosh, I love this series so much. Oh, because you know she went through some torture whenever in the next morning, whenever she got out of the car to get to school, she's still crying. She's still crying from what happened the night before, and Yu is completely clueless as to why, because nobody was willing to spill the secret of why Hibari was so upset. Oh, I love this show. And of course, in classic anime fashion, the love interest shows up again and finds out they spent the night together, even with assurance that nothing happened. Rion Inamoto is not happy that these two love interests had spent the night together, and she insists that she's going to be staying the night together with him tonight, with all three of them together. And that was the end of the episode. Oh my gosh. The animation of this show is actually impressive. Like, I get it's not the best animated show of all time. It's probably like the third best animated show of this season, I think. And that's saying something, because we have My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and My Hero seasons are almost always really well animated. And the only reason I don't put it in second is because I haven't seen all the other anime. I really want to watch a ninja and assassin living under the same roof. I haven't seen that one yet, so I don't know for sure if this one's the best one, other than Vigilantes, but I want to put it up there, because it has some amazing graphics, amazing animated scenes, and it just sucks you into the story. You know, the story is right there in front of you, it enraptures you, and let me tell you, for a shoujo, I love shoujo. I don't care that it's popular for girls. It's meant for women to watch. I don't care. I like shoujo. Don't let people tell you that it's meant for girls and that you shouldn't be watching it. Sure, it's meant for girls. That doesn't mean I can't watch it, does it? No, it doesn't, because this is a darn good show. And I like romance anime just as much as the next girl. Okay? Fine. This is probably one of my favorite shows of the season, if not my favorite show of the season. It kind of reminds me of We Never Learn, just because of the simplicity of the love triangle. I would say quintessential quintuplets, but I'm not sure if it's quite there yet with the complexity of characters, because how complex the characters are in quintessential quintuplets is expanded infinitely by the fact that any of them could be dressing up as another person, and you have to be able to know whether or not they are. Here, it's pretty obvious who's who, unless the characters have their eyes closed, of course. But this is definitely on the top of my list for recommendations for people. Let me just tell you guys this. If you're going to watch 3 shows, let it be Vigilantes, this, and probably Apocalypse Hotel. For this season, I think those are the 3 shows you should probably be watching. Anyways, go ahead and leave a comment, like and subscribe if you liked this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a blessed day. And while you're here, go ahead and check out this video to see what you might have missed.